Assalamualaikum dear students. I welcome you all to Scholars Academy. Like in my previous lecture of science, we have seen Kepler's 3 law. I hope you understood them very well, and in this video we are going to see another very important rule named as Newton's universal law of gravitation. Yes, Newton's universal law of gravitation. Like in the previous lecture, we have seen that Newton was the one who discovered the force of gravitation. He also said that it is a force of attraction. Also, he was the one who said that it is the force which is a universal force. This law constitutes the same point with some details and some more importance. Now, Newton's universal law of gravitation, it says that every object in the universe attracts every other object in the same universe with a definite force. Okay, what does that mean? Suppose if in the universe, if any two objects are there, then both the objects will attract each other with a definite force, which means it is a universal force. Every object in the universe attracts every other objects of the universe. Now, let me explain you about the force. I'm telling you that objects attract themselves with a definite force. Now, how is the force? What is the magnitude of the force? What is the nature of the force? Now, let us see. Suppose in the universe we are considering two objects, object A, object B. Okay, you can see these are spherical objects. These are just imaginary objects, just to make you understand it better. In your textbook, explanation is given in this way only. Okay, now, according to Newton's law, every object in the universe attracts every other object of the universe with a definite force. Now, he also mentioned some details about this definite force. He said that if these two objects in the universe are attracting each other with a definite force, that definite force is directly proportional. What do we mean by directly proportional? I'll explain you later. Is directly proportional to product of their masses. Now, you know very well about mass. Suppose Ma is the mass of this object and Mb is the mass of this object. These are the centers. This is the distance between these two objects. Okay. Now, I was saying that definite force of attraction will be directly proportional to product of their masses, product of the masses of the objects which are attracting themselves. Mass of first object into mass of second object. That force is directly proportional to product of their masses, product of masses of the objects, which means if the mass of any one of the object is doubled, then force will also be doubled. If mass of one of the object is decreased to half, then force will also be decreased to half. Here, this equation literally means that if product of masses increases, force will increase. If the product of masses decreases, force will also decrease. This is the first statement. Now, again, he further gives some details about this force. He also said that this force is also inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Suppose d is the distance between these two objects, and that force of attraction will be inversely proportional to the square of distance between these two objects. Now, what does that mean? If this decreases, force will increases. If this increase, force will decrease. Now, it means that if it is increased by, if the distance is increased by square, then force will decrease to its 1/4 value. Okay, so I now would like to combine these both equations. F, that is force, Ma, Mb divided by d square. Now, in the previous lecture in Kepler's third law, we have also seen that we don't keep this proportionality sign. We remove it out and we make equal to sign in place of this. For bringing equal sign, we need to add a constant of proportionality. here we are adding a constant of proportionality G, MA MB by D square. Okay, now what is this G? It is a constant, like I said. This is called as universal G, capital G, the constant of proportionality. It is called as universal gravitation constant. It is a constant. Remove this sign. It is a universal gravitation constant, and this, my dear student, is a very, very important formula for problems, for equations, for number of problems which are going to ask you in the examination. If you need to find out the force and provided with masses and distance, you can find out the force. If you are provided with force and masses, you can find out the distance between the two attracting objects. You can also find the masses of the attracting objects. Now, the value of G, as it is constant, it is also fixed. As it is a constant, it has a fixed value. The value of G is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. I hope you are cleared with this equation. From this value of universal gravitation constant, we know the unit of this G, that is Newton meter square per kilogram square. You can also write it like that, Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, so here we have studied this Newton's universal law of gravitation, but for this we must know how to find out the correct distance between the two objects. If the two objects between which the force of attraction is there, these two objects are spherical or circular, then the distance between them two is measured from their centers. Okay, if the objects, I am saying, if the objects are spherical, then distance between them is measured from their centers, and the line joining their centers, the force will be acted along this line. The force will be along this line, and this will be the distance between the two objects which are spherical. But what if the objects are not spherical or they are irregular? If the objects are not spherical or irregular or of any shape, then distance should be measured from their centers of masses. Centers of masses may be a new concept to you guys. Centers of masses are nothing but centers of masses are those points inside or outside the object on which all of the mass of that object is supposed to be concentrated. That is center of masses. यानी कि center of masses वो होते हैं जिन पर बॉडी का पूरा मास ऐसा समझा जाता है कि concentrated है, वहाँ उसका मास concentrated है, ऐसा समझा जाता है, उनको centers of masses कहा जाता है. कभी कभार आप observe कर सकते हैं, if take any irregular object and try to balance it, उसकी आप पोजीशन चेंज कर करके उसको जमीन पे बैलेंस करने की कोशिश करते हैं. एक ऐसा पॉइंट आता है कि जहां वो चीज बैलेंस हो जाती है. दैट इज सपोज टू बी द सेंटर ऑफ द मास. इफ द ऑब्जेक्ट इज इरेगुलर, द डिस्टेंस शुड बी टेकन फ्रॉम द सेंटर्स ऑफ masses and the line joining the centers of the masses. On that line, the force will be acting. Okay, so this was about centers of masses and Newton's universal law of gravitation. Hope you understood it very well. Inshallah, in the next lecture we are going to solve some word problems. So thank you for today. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz.